everybody, it's your girl Danielle Marie, aka Yelly, back with another YouTube video, and I'm here with my very special friend Jerry. He's going to be helping me with this video. So if you guys have been following me for a while, last year I asked a series of questions on my Instagram story that had to do with like relationships, and then guys, like what questions y'all have for females, and women, what question y'all have for the men. And so he's gonna help me out with getting some answers, so we finally know what are guys meaning and what are y'all thinking and what are y'all talking about when y'all are saying certain things or doing certain things. And then I'm going to be giving the perspective for the women, so that way you guys, you men, can understand what we're talking about, what we're meaning, and what we're saying, because there's always a lot of confusion about, you know, women are confusing, men are confusing. Really, we're both confusing, so we're going to try to help clear up some of the confusion today. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm going to try my best.
All right, let's get into it. He's going to be giving the answers to the questions that the women asked, and I'm going to give the answers to the questions that the men asked. So I think we'll start with you.
Okay.
Why do you do something that you wouldn't like done to you?
I think that starts with the individual, because some people just messed up like that and like don't take other people's feelings into consideration, even though they know it's something that they wouldn't want to do to themselves. It's just that person's ideology, I guess, is messed up towards having compassion towards other people. So it kind of, I guess that got something to do with it. But like me personally, I don't treat people the way I wouldn't want to be treated, because that's just not right. But some people don't live like that. It's just, or most males, I ain't gonna say most males, but a lot of males probably, I don't know, like not on that type of time. So, cause we pretty sensitive these days. Us males, we definitely pretty sensitive these days.
So a question that a guy had asked is a title necessary? I feel like for the majority of women, a title is necessary. We like to know what exactly the situation is, you know, so that way we know how to proceed in whatever the relationship is. I know, like for me, I would like to know what we are, because like if you're thinking, let's say for example, somebody is just wanting like a friends with benefits situation. I'm not trying to have a friends with benefits situation, you know, like I want to be exclusive. If you're trying to go do stuff with other people, then you need to let me know that up front, and then that way I can just remove myself from the situation, because I'm not trying to be in that type of situation. Or if somebody wants to be in a relationship and I'm not in that type of mindset to be in a relationship, you know, I need to know those type of things too, so I can say, hey, we're just friends, you know, we're not working towards anything, we're just friends, you know. So it's really important to know a title.
I got a question about that.
Yeah.
So like, just say you out the blue ask the girl you've been messing with for the longest, or for whatever amount of time, you ask her, what are we? And she'd be like, most of the time you go, you tell me. Like, I'm asking you, but like, don't answer the question with a question. So like, because if I say it, then it's going to be taken as, or whatever I state the relationship to be, she going to be reacting towards what I said when I want to react towards what she said. So that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, because I've definitely like said that before, because I feel like when guys ask that, it's better for me, I feel like, for a guy to just say what they think it is, because I know how I conduct myself. If I like somebody, you shouldn't have a question on if I want to be with you or something, you know? So you wouldn't even have to ask me like, what are we? Because you would already get the vibe.
It needs to be said, because when you leave stuff up for interpretation, it's going to go downhill.
No, it definitely needs to be said. But I'm saying like, if I'm giving you the energy of like, okay, she's doing relationship type things, we're always hanging out, we're always talking, we're always this, like she hits me when she needs help, I hit her up, whatever. Like if it's that type of vibe, you shouldn't even have to ask me what are we. You should just go ahead and be like, hey, I'm trying to be with you. So
I feel that, and that's the direct version of it. But of course people tiptoe around the situation. They're gonna run in a circle before they get in the middle.
That's true.
I feel like it's just, if you ask your significant other a question, they need to answer it, not reply with a question.
Yeah, definitely go ahead and answer for sure.
Yeah, because if I want you to be my girl, like, she might not want a relationship, but the whole time y'all been messing around, like playing like y'all in one, but not really in one, and she don't have no intentions, and you ready to be in a relationship, and it kind of, and after, depending on what the conversation goes, it can end right there.
Yeah.
Like, it can definitely end right there. So
yeah,
it just need to be communication on both sides. It works 50-50, not 75-25. So
yeah. So once again, communication is key, everybody.
always.
Why date someone who has their life together when you don't?
You can be motivating towards that person, or if you on the other end of it, you can help that person build to what they want to do and all types of stuff. So it's not something wrong to do, I don't believe. It's that's like saying you dating somebody that make too much money or something, when that's not possible. Like, so yeah.
I feel like because I've kind of been in a situation like this where, like, I had a lot of my things together. You know, I had my own place, I got a job, I'm saving my money, I'm doing everything responsibly, and I was with somebody who wasn't on that type of vibe. Like, they came off at first like they were, but once you really got down to it, they really weren't. And then that kind of was stunting me in some ways.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, that makes sense, because, you know, if it hinders you in a type of way, you got to fall back. Like, you can't be giving energy and not being replenished that energy. So it's definitely, if it's going to hurt you financially, emotionally, spiritually, any of those, and etc., you gotta go. You gotta terminate that, or just work around it. Like, not ignore it, but communicate with that person. The common denominator in all these videos is communication.
I'm gonna put something that's like, communication is key.
Always.
Does going out on dates ever get old? I don't believe so. I think guys actually don't ask women out on dates enough. They just kind of like expect them like to just come along. You know, nobody actually is like, hey, you want to have a date, like go on a date, have a little date night. So I think y'all need to do more of that.
And dudes definitely like going on dates. I'm a big going out type of date person, like, and activities person. So a lot of dudes I know that isn't, or they do it initially and they don't keep it going.
Yeah.
But dates are essential to keeping the flame going. So
yeah. So don't slack on those. What do they want to eat? You know, we might not ever have a full answer to this question. We want to know what y'all want to eat, and then we'll be able to tell you once you tell us what you want to eat, whether or not we want to eat that too. But you can't just come and ask us what we want to eat. All right, another question. Man, I feel like more guys ask questions, which is kind of funny that more guys ask questions than girls, but I'm gonna go with another girl question. So she says, why is practicing the act of being disciplined for the betterment of a relationship not hold enough value?
that's just the climate of our age group, I say, and our attitude towards relationships these days, for real. Because not everybody disciplined, and, you know, not everybody raised the same way. And social media influences all this stuff. So a lot of people get their relationship goals from social media, and they don't have no personal goals for their own relationship. So it's kind of being overclouded by, are they living vicariously through somebody else's goals? And it's not. You got to have your own personal goals towards a relationship and what you want to get out of it. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anything out of it. Whether you discipline or not, you're just going to be let down every time. So
the way our generation thinks about relationships at the moment is very confusing. Why are y'all so moody? I wouldn't necessarily say that girls are just moody. I feel like we react and adjust our emotions and attitudes based off how you are acting or something
y'all
you're doing.
Blame it on the alignments of the planets and the moons and
the
ocean.
Sometimes y'all, when Mercury is in retrograde,
yeah,
y'all
like,
know
retrograde,
it get a little crazy.
Like, don't blame all that on retrograde. Like, and I believe in like the natural energies and stuff. I got my decorations and stuff. My stones. But don't blame it all on that. Like, you can't blame it all on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame it completely on that. I might say it could factor into why my emotions are heightened, but there's always another reason why.
She'd be like, "Oh, I'm this way because I'm a Sagittarius." I'm like, "No, that's because you crazy. That's why."
How often do you take showers if you know you aren't having sex with anyone? I would hope that everybody is still taking showers every single day.
Hey, that's a funny ass question. I mean, I take a shower once a day, at most twice, or like even if I'm going out. Let's say I'm like going out for the night. If I took a shower like at 12 p.m. noon, I'm gonna take another shower before I go out, and I'm gonna brush my teeth.
Yeah.
You should be showering once a day, at most
always.
Twice a day.
Regardless of what interactions you may or may not have, you should take at least one shower a day. I'm gonna do one more. It says, what attracts you to a man? For me, it really is a number of things. Like, even my friends will tell you, like, I don't have like a particular type. Like, if you look at my 3 exes, they're not the same, like, whatsoever. Not in like height, not in like even ethnicity or like body type or anything. So for me, it's just different things. Like, some people I might be more attracted to, like, they might be goofy. That might be what is attracting me to them. Some people might be because they're very like driven, and that's what's attracting me to them. Or if somebody I feel like is on my same level as far as like, you know, having their stuff together at this particular time in life, that is something that's attracted to me. So it's a number of different things that can attract me to somebody. It really just depends on the person and the manner of which I am like meeting them or interacting with them. So it varies.
Can I reverse that question?
Yeah.
So I feel like men, we kind of settle in terms of personality. Like, if the looks are good, we just take the personality that come with it, because we not really picky to an extent to where we feel like we can work around personalities and stuff like that.
As long as they look
good. Like, if we attracted to you, like, we might just, oh, she batshit crazy, like, and we still gonna like deal with it, because naturally we like toxic relationships for some reason, and we can't get away from it. At least I'm speaking from my experience, but I'm getting away from that. That's bad vibes. So yeah.
Bad vibes. Yeah, I've always wondered, like, when I've seen guys, or especially like my guy friends, if they talk about like all the crappy things that is going on, I'm just like, why are you still with that person? And you know, the person's really cute, you know, they're like a really attractive person, but it's like, still though, like, why put yourself through that? So I feel like there's guys that are on that end of the spectrum. And then I've also seen, but this is mostly on social media, where I've seen a lot of dudes, they're like, I don't care like how good you look, like, if you got a crappy personality, like, I'm not about to be with you.
That's cap. That's cap.
You think so?
That's 100% cap. I'm telling you.
We're learning something new here, ladies.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna speak the unpopular opinion every time. Like, social media, people on social media ain't nothing but talk. And they don't live by nothing they say at all. Cause I see it.
All right, so now we got something to think about, ladies. When y'all see these men make those tweets and they're like, I don't care if she cute, it's cap. Weirdest date you've ever had?
We went to the movies, right? We went to go see Get Out. And it was cool. Like, immediately she catfished me when I picked up. So there's that. But I said we still gonna go see the movie because I already paid for the tickets. So we get there.
Wait. But how badly did she
She catfished me pretty bad. Like, she didn't look like her profile picture at all. I ain't gonna tell you what date now because no free promotion, and it's a sketchy date now. Fast forward, we get to the movies, we find our seats and stuff, and she just started like demanding all this stuff from the concession stand. So like, she like, I want large popcorn, medium soda, this candy, a slushie. Like, literally naming it on her fingertips. Whole time I'm sitting there, everything she named, I'm like, I'm not about to buy that. I'm not about to buy that. Because she didn't even go about it in a respectable manner. So I go to the concession stand, and that was the last time she saw me.
So you just left from there?
I just left.
Did she text, or she hit you up on the app like?
She had my number. She hit me up like, well, I just never replied back. That's why I'm saying I messed up on that end. But that was a complete turn off for me. Like, I have no problem with spending money on somebody.
Yeah.
But when you get to, like, this our first time meeting, and you name it, like, demanding stuff on the tip of your fingers in terms of, like, at the movie theater, concession stand, like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that for anybody. And I'm like the complete opposite. Well, even if I know you, I'm still like, you know, you're just raised not to just be like demanding stuff. You know, if somebody asks me, even sometimes like, I'll just be like, no, like, it's fine, I can get it. Like, I'll get it myself.
Especially coming from the South, like, it's just common courtesy.
I think that's like a very Southern thing.
And that like turned me off completely. And I ain't never speak to her again. I did. I'm pretty sure she got home for sure. Cause I ended up following, before that I ended up following her on IG and she was talking shit about me. But I just had to charge that to the game, like I wasn't missing out. And I feel like I dodged the bullet, so.
No, I think you definitely did, cause you don't do that. Like, first off meeting, like.
I went about it in the wrong way, but like leaving, just ghosting. But hey, it was our first time meeting. There's no emotions in that.
That's a pretty funny story, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Wherever you are, girl, if you end up watching this, you know, he's sorry. Should have went about it a different way, but you came in a little hot.
I ain't sorry. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Should have did it in a different way. I should have did it in a different way. I should have just said, I'm not buying you that. And we should have just watched the movie and went our separate ways.
Do y'all talk to y'all's friends about the dude's sex and head game? I
want to hear this. Cause I know the answer. I know the answer.
It depends, honestly. It really depends. Because like, say I'm like talking to somebody, I might say like we've done something, but I'm not gonna go like into detail about it. And I might be like, y'all, like, this was trash, dude was doing this, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like, if it's like a bad experience, then yeah. But if you're somebody I like actually really like, and I'm like, you know, if I'm in a relationship with you, or I think that it's gonna develop into a relationship, I'm not gonna go talk about like in detail about things we do. I might just be like, you know, he gets the job done, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's this big, he was doing this and this, we tried this and this, you know, like, you know, my friends don't need to know that, because then they might be like, okay.
They don't want a piece.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's exactly what I'm about to get at.
I might need to test that out, like, no, honey.
Because if she gonna want it and want it consistently, she not gonna brag about it. Because I'm telling you, like, women are grimy, they will backdoor your ass. If it's gonna be consistent, she not bragging. She gonna get the smallest details.
So yeah, that's how we do. I mean, if you're like, well, I don't know, I feel like I'm a pretty sexual person, but I'm still not gonna just go out in detail about like what I'm doing. But I know that some girls out there will, you know, go in detail. But I feel like most of us, because even my friends, like, she'll tell me, like, you know, yeah, we did this, but she's not going to go in detail and be like, he was this big and all that. Like, we just don't do that. So, if we do that, that means we don't like you.
Like, reverse that question, like, I can't give male secrets, because I don't talk a lot, but a lot of dudes do talk a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I said, like, if it was a one-time thing, like, I might just speak on it. Usually I don't kiss and tell. I can't.
It's good to be
That's my vague answer to that. I can't give away all the secrets to that.
No, I think that was pretty good. So it's good to know, like, well, somewhat on both sides, there is some little privacy. But you know.
But us as dudes, we definitely talk about everybody that been in somebody's group chat for sure.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you done said some stuff on the timeline and that screenshot is in somebody's group chat. I'm telling you, especially if you like talking about all the nasty ass shit, like my head game and stickers on Twitter and stuff. Somebody that screenshotted that and said this person is lying, or this person ain't lying. Like, you in somebody's group chat, just assume you always are.
Just remember that.
I'm telling you.
So that's the end of the questions we had, you guys. I know we kind of got a little off at some points, but you know, it's fine. Y'all are gonna be entertained anyway. So we have more questions that we have to answer. This is only the first question, y'all. We still got 4 other questions that I had asked on my Instagram story. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Y'all just gonna have to tune in next week for the next one. And you know, hopefully you learned some things. Guys and girls, like, hopefully we were able to kind of give y'all some insight into some things. I feel like I learned a little bit.
I definitely learned a little bit. I knew a little bit, but I definitely learned a little bit from Yelly. So, and my perspectives is just, you know, from experience. I think both of us and what we see going on in the world. So, you know, let us know what y'all want to hear next.
Yeah, put anything like you've been feeling during this video, put it down in the comments if you agree with anything we said, or if you have another alternative perspective to offer. Put in the comments. We definitely want to get a discussion going and see, you know, what y'all think, to kind of see if it's more of a general consensus. Like, did we really get some answers that are, what's the word I'm looking for, resonating across the board, like amongst women and amongst the men? So let us know. Make sure you click the notification button so you know when the next video gets uploaded. Subscribe, like the video, and go follow us on our social medias. I'll make sure I put everything here so you can find us, and we'll see you in the next video.